Hi everyone, welcome to another Cosmic Crone conversation on location in the mountains of Kyrenia and Kilitkaya.
With me, Tina.
Would help if you joined in. And me, Marie. Oh, cue intro. There you go.
Oh.
Welcome back. Yeah, we are talking about the equinox, aren't we? The Easter.
Ostara, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, and yeah, sorry, I'm not going to go into it. I'm just explaining something. Is that we've been working all morning on the Yappy Valley sanctuary here, which is otherwise known on Facebook as TRNC
Animal Rescue Family.
And you can make donations by going to PayPal
SOSdogs2017@outlook.com
or DM us on Facebook. Yeah, go on, I'll let you go on then.
So Ostara is the witchy version, if you want to call it that, pagany, for the equinox, for the beginning of summer, the long summer days, which on this day of recording we've just missed because in 2025 it was March the 20th, I believe.
Right. Yeah, and we did write a load of notes down, didn't we, the other week, to talk about it. Other things got in the way, but it's been and gone, but we still can talk about it. You can talk about it any time of the year, can't you, really?
Yeah, in general, it's a celebration of the coming of the long summer days, or the long days of sunshine, the extended.
Yeah.
And we can slightly go into the Christian, which we're not going to go too much of.
Into
Easter,
the Christian?
into the Christian version, which is nowadays it's about religion of Jesus and such, which we don't do.
Don't do no.
No, but the name Eostre and Easter is quite alike. Now, the thing with this, we've noticed with everybody and everywhere for research, there is very little. We actually don't know.
Even the people that you are researching to give you, like, either backup things that you already know, or just have a look and say, oh, I didn't know that. Everybody goes, you can't really sort of pinpoint it.
No, there's just two main people that came forward talking about goddesses for this celebration, and there was a lot of goddess worshipping in sort of like 1800s with pagans and stuff. And there are a few goddesses. There's a Roman god, Aurora.
Yeah, right, I've seen that. Yeah,
which celebrated the sun.
Yeah.
So there's that one. There's obviously Ostara. The meaning could have come from Eostre. Forgive me if I've said that wrong. Eostre. I'm going to turn my page.
I also, and things like, because we'll go into it in a little more, is things like Germany and all that.
Yeah.
Ostis, and you know, words that begin with like the Central European area, but
but the Anglo-Saxons as well. So this equinox is the 8th Sabbath on the celebrations for the year. Let's say the cycle of the year. This is the
calendar of the year.
This is the 8th one already, right? And we're only in March, and maybe their year didn't actually start in January.
Did it? It started in hang on, wasn't it November?
Maybe, because it just seems too many to have 8 already, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So the neo-pagans, brought that about in around the 1950s. Yeah, so it was called Wheel of the Year. Yeah, it's actually that late. This wheel.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's not much history. You can't go back far enough. It's quite a modern thing.
Do you think that then a lot of things that, because a lot of things weren't written down, was they? It's tradition from person to person, or generation to generation, and because it weren't written down, because people couldn't write.
Yeah,
but
I think generally,
well, that's
across the world,
really. Yeah.
the vernal equinox, which means spring, it's celebrated throughout the world, but just, like celebrating the coming of the long summer days, and people do celebrations in different ways.
Yeah.
So it's not about religion as such. I just think it's like when Yule came about and then it became Christmas, didn't it? It's just that is another, like an equinox celebration of the winter.
Halloween and things,
yeah. So I think, yeah.
You see, what we've come to know as being like taken from sacred places, sacred groups of people like pagans and things like that.
Before Christianity.
Yeah, and then somebody comes along and goes, we'll have a bit of that because we're trying to dismiss you pagans.
Apparently, the world is in balance when there's an equinox. And that's strange because it actually makes sense with what was happening recently with all the planets that were
aligning.
And we had a lunar eclipse. So you can imagine the whole solar system, or the Milky Way, was aligned. So it is a type of balance.
Pathway.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So celebrations and things that you can do on this equinox would have been now opening your third eye, which I was talking to you about earlier. Contacting the fairies, because they do protect the earth and they love the earth. And
talk about the fairies.
The fae.
The fae.
Yeah, they're little. They tend to, like, apparently sort of hibernate in the winter, the fae, and then they come out in the spring. So that's another time to celebrate them, and that's when they are naughty, aren't they? They do naughty things and they steal things and they like shiny things. So opening the third eye, you can do, apparently, in the spring, have some dandelion tea, where you can just take the petals off the dandelion,
right, boil
boiling water, and add a bit of honey if you like to make it sweet, and drink it.
Bit
and
of
that's
cinnamon.
Supposed to open your third eye. Yeah,
maybe a bit of cinnamon. That would appeal to me.
We have carob, don't we? Carob syrup.
I put carob in coffee, actually.
Yeah, I love carob.
I do. Actually, it's very good for your throat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got some great qualities for a lot of things, but I was told to put a little bit of carob in a coffee. It mixes well with it, and it does actually taste very nice.
So that's one thing you can do. We was talking also about the Slavics, or the Ukraine.
Yeah.
See, their traditions. So they would have had pre-Christianity traditions with the eggs.
Excuse me about when we were going on. I forgot to say Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah, I did say Anglo-Saxon.
Did you, Bab? Sorry, I didn't remember.
Yeah.
I wrote something down. Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
I've also wrote down your shopping on here, but there you go. That's another thing. But the egg, Slavic, the Ukraine area. I've seen a picture of these beautiful painted eggs.
Yeah, I did.
There's such detail. Yeah. I'm not sure if they're they empty them first or boil them. I would have thought.
Maybe depends if they eat them as well. Afterwards.
Beautiful, actually. And then there was the other one that the pig. Hang on. Yes, there was one I remember about. I think it was Christian, that they dyed the eggs or painted them red.
That's right.
For the blood of Christ.
The Christians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or also the blood if they did sacrifice animals.
And a pregnant woman's supposed to wear one of these eggs.
That's right.
That's it. for 40 days. Ah, see, couldn't have timed that better. Yeah, so
to stop her
miscarrying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot about, you know, coming to the Easter that some people,
Yeah.
you know, know.
Going back to dandelions as well. You know when they turn into the when
How'd
you
they go?
grow them, so you can make a wish with the dandelions. Going back to dandelions because it's a spring flower, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you can
The
do that and
wishes.
make a wish. Yeah. I think the best way to celebrate is what I would do is on the dawn of the vernal equinox is go and watch the sunrise. And what a better place to do it here. We do have a sea view, and overlooking the sea, if you can see the reflection of the sun on the water, is a good time to make a wish because that's lucky as well.
Yes, it is very lucky.
Yeah.
It is. That what was it? The painting. It's just that it's the painting. I was going to say, like, showing people and all that, and it brought communities together, didn't it? It was something that happened to engage with everybody having the best luck that they could and everything. I was going to say, Christianity didn't know what a lot of the pagan rituals was, yet they took a lot of it away from them at the same time. That doesn't make sense, I know, but you know, they
switched things, because they knew they couldn't take away their celebrations altogether, so they made them into Christian. But there's still debate on Easter.
Yeah, Easter, these eggs, there's no link. There is no link,
there
actually.
Isn't really, because...
And it says the Easter egg was a Mediterranean Christian thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Well, again, with eggs,
yeah,
you can write your wishes on them, as in you could draw a picture, you know, like I want a little mini bus or a school. I could draw my little school bus on the egg and then bury it. So what you're doing is you're giving your wish to Mother Earth, and she will supply
and another
you.
thing is when you put eggshells around plants as well. What is it released in?
They've got very good calcium,
that's
I think it is, or protein.
So that's bones, that's growth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of things with eggs though, isn't it? There's a lot of birth and rebirth around them. Was it Haritha? Is it Haritha?
Yeah.
Is March? Is March?
Yeah, so actually Ostara is actually April, which doesn't quite make sense. So there's so much...
I've got it as Easter.
Contradiction. Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean how you pronounce it?
Yeah. I think I wrote it like that. But
yeah, that's how you spell it. E-A-S-T-R-E, I think it is.
Oh, okay.
Estre. Yeah.
Oh, Estre.
Estre.
Okay.
There was only 2 people, really, we were saying earlier, which was Bede was one of them, and Grimm from Grimm's Fairy Tales.
Oh, that
sort of go into detail about
twisting the narrative on that one, didn't I?
The goddesses. Yeah, there's before that. There's no real proof, and I think they just...
Is it Bede? Yeah, it is
Bede. Yeah, he was a Christian monk.
That's it. He got canonised, didn't he? I think he went above and beyond his station to say this is this. And this is that.
He has a lot of knowledge, and he wrote a lot.
I never said he was wrong or bad. Yeah. I'm just saying he did that, and then it was taken from him. The Grimms took it. Brothers Grimm did it. They tried to make it more of the European and work that in. But we are going in circles because there's nothing that sort of links anything to anything.
No. We don't.
No.
So I think
it doesn't matter if you don't know, but at least you know some of the fundamentals of why it was done. I mean, that's it. I put as a note, question the documentation. Yeah. You know, when it was documented, it's been questioned and questioned. Nobody can seem to come up with a viable answers. What about, right, the spring Easter and all that, the spring equinox? Buddies.
Who?
Bunnies.
Oh, bunnies. Hares.
Or shall I say, you say
Yeah.
bunnies.
Yeah. Hares.
Yeah.
Hares turned into bunnies, I think, because, the spring hare, March hare has been a traditional thing, because obviously, again, with renewal and birth, bunnies do like bunnies, don't
They dance really silly.
Oh, Max is coming.
Hello, Max. Hello, baby.
Max. It's coming to join us.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, I think it is a solar festival.
the bunnies was around the 1600s.
Mm.
That's what I've put down.
So now it's become the Easter bunny, hasn't it?
And the other thing is, right, we go on about Christianity, but what about businesses, labels, food? Why are you always running around? Cadbury's caramel, cream eggs. I mean, I used to work.
Yeah.
I used to work there.
How you done that every day?
Yeah, I mean, I'd still be there, I think, but I was just a temp. And what it was really, really, we were doing it, I think it was before Christmas we were, packing, the packers, I've got to tell you, a bit of history here. The people who were doing the plastics and the wrapping, when they got the Easter egg off the belt, they were called waddiers. Why, I hear you asking me, is because they were made by Waddingtons, right? So there's a little bit of fun fact for you. The thing what I'm getting at is it's all eggs. I think that's what Cadbury's and built their like empire on, but they've capitalised. People have capitalised on Easter eggs because it's the. But where have you ever seen an egg from a bunny? The bunnies give birth to eggs. No. So it's yeah, exactly. But do you understand? We talk about Christianity doing it all the time. Well, corporations have gone, I'll have a bit of that. Do you know what I mean? I also think that if it wasn't right, okay. Remember Mork and Mindy?
Yeah.
What did he come out of?
An egg.
I don't know if it was at the equinox or Easter, but the point being is, it is an actual symbol of life, isn't it? I don't know, anything else about it really. And it's the incubation, it's the warmth. I mean, I'm going a bit deep into this, but it's like you have to incubate, you have to care, you have to not knock it about for something to grow within it.
I think it's gone astray a lot from what the original tradition of the equinox is.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Which is about to celebrate the longer sunny days.
Yeah, that's it. You wouldn't sell an Easter egg now, would you? Going, you must buy one of these because we're having longer days. It's nothing like that, is it?
No, you think it would be suns.
Yeah.
A chocolate sun.
Right. I want to TM this, right? What if you made chocolate egg, like the egg, what it is, as a sun? Add the egg inside or the caramel.
Yeah, you could make it 3D, like the smiley face of the sun.
Remember, you heard it first there, so if anybody comes out with it, right? Yeah, it's Aurora. Yeah, like you said, the goddess of dawn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We done the gods that we use, particularly you more than me, on another podcast, which you can go and see, go back, which is available on Spotify, YouTube, and other platforms of podcasts. And it basically is, I've put it actually, what we've just spoke about, I've done the note series about like Cadbury's caramel, cream eggs, chocolate. Isn't chocolate a sin?
Sin?
Yeah.
To who?
Those who eat a lot of it.
No, it's not a sin.
It's not a sin, no. Okay. I'm going to the eggs because it's just something that I know about and how they're made and all that. But when it comes to Mother Earth, let's say, when it comes to all of this beautiful land and all that, what's a chocolate egg got to do with it all?
No, I think it's gone way, way too commercial, hasn't it? And if you come back to nature, where we are, like here today.
You've all been fooled. All you're doing is buying a chocolate bar that's in another form and paying more for it.
And that is pointed towards Christianity, really, the eggs.
I was waiting for you to say it. Yeah.
It's nothing to do with pagan.
Yeah.
Well, there's no evidence anywhere that this celebration.
Yeah.
There's no literary evidence anywhere.
I think that's what we're getting to. We haven't struggled to understand or get what's happened over the centuries and things like that. It's just a case of there isn't a pinpointed moment.
No, I think it's one of the most confusing celebrations.
Do you think? Yeah.
Trying to find out information about it.
Do you know, anybody watching or listening, if you've got some information, please put it in the chat. We will go back to them.
So for now, I would celebrate Ostara, not Easter, because I'm not.
How would you celebrate again, Ostara?
So I would watch the dawn rise in such a beautiful place like this, with overlooking the sea. Make my wishes, do my little ritual. I would talk to the fairies. I've got a little fairy ring. You can't see it, but maybe I'll put a picture in.
You wouldn't want to see it. No, it's a beautiful ring.
Are you being naughty?
Yes, I am. I'm sorry. Couldn't resist it.
You could do the egg painting. You could put your wish on it and put it in the ground if you want to do a spell.
I can, and also, would you give it as an offering? You know, you could
do
put
it for
it
someone else.
Yeah.
I could do you know what you want with your name on it, and draw a little pretty picture and bury it.
Yeah. Maybe that's something nice for the next one. Yeah, for you to do.
Yeah.
I mean, we do make wishes in general. We do
dandelion thing.
Yeah, and there's things that you do.
Natural, I think.
Yeah, and send it forward.
Because
didn't you say about your third eye opening? This is when you would come into effect and start gathering the strength in that and using that a lot more. So I haven't got much more than that, really.
No, it has been, there's information out there, but none of it is conclusive.
Yeah. And we always say we don't know everything. We just might have a bit of an idea or something. We write notes because when we come to film, it's been, a week since we've had the opportunity to sit down, really, you know, properly.
Yeah.
So I always write notes. I don't apologise for that at all.
I mean, if you believe in worshipping goddesses, then good for you.
Yeah.
Even if the thing
I always say you worship anything you want, as long as you don't bring harm to anybody.
But the thing is, whether they exist or not, if you create them, they exist.
Because it's all within.
Yeah.
It's you.
Remember, they're part of you and you are part of them. We are all one.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that so as time goes on, more and more. I used to think that you had to, you know, like, praise something, an inanimate object or something.
If you're gonna,
but it's
here now. Worship the planet. Look after your planet.
Yeah.
Love the earth.
Look after yourselves as well. You know, so that's it for this week on A Cosmic Crone Conversation. Remember, you can get us on Spotify and other platforms that give you podcasts. And also, obviously, you're watching this on YouTube as well. So do you know what we're going to do next? I don't really ask, but is it what?
Do you know, we've got a lady that we need to contact about crystals.
Oh.
So that would be a good one for next
Not saying it's next week.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Yeah. I was just wondering if you had any.
She lives quite a long way. She lives on the other end of the island.
Yeah.
So it would be an awkward. Yeah, we'd have to meet up somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, we got petrol.
That's a possibility.
Yeah. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you. Oh, goodbye from me, Marie.
And me, Tina.
See you next time on A Cosmic Crone Conversation.
So we're just putting this little snippet in.
We forgot to say something.
Also, there is another meaning, maybe that Ostara or Easter comes from east.
Yeah, that's it. Back to the programme.
Yeah, because east is where the sun rises. Does it rise
I
in
don't know
the
why
east
you're
and
asking
sets
me.
in the west? She's gone off and left me. I'm sure the sun rises in the east, is it, and sets in the west. But maybe, yeah, maybe it's to do with that. Who knows? Nobody knows. But it was just another thing that we thought we'd pop in and say.